Thank you very much. First of all, good morning, all of you. And it's really very nice to see such a lovely crowd sitting over here. Today, I'm going to tell you something about the AI related to the IKS and the AI in the healthcare. Before that, I just make you aware of the terminology AI, artificial intelligence. If we just talk about the artificial intelligence, generally first thing click in our mind, it is a mimicking of a human behavior. Nowadays, everything revolves around the artificial intelligence. Day-to-day applications we are using it, in a day-to-day life we are using it, and let's take some example that now if I'm talking regarding a reflexive vision system, how it will be a boonful for us, it is up to us how we will utilize it. Like, might be you're aware of a reflexive agents, how it works. I'm just giving you a simple example. Suppose today I hire any Uber or the Ola. Now, how this agent work? Generally, what happened? We are taking it from an environment, and the sensor was just taking a data. And now, what we were doing after getting the perception, we work on that, and then we give it back to the environment. I'm taking a simple example here. Suppose I hire the Ola service. Now, what happened? Suppose I hire the Ola service, and what had happened? Suppose passenger, I have to go from one place to another. I just take an example of a Chandigarh University. Only prior to that, I was working in Chandigarh. That's why I'm just taking the example of that. Now, what happened? I'm taking that particular route, and the Ola driver take the shortcut route. We all know that it work on the GPS and the shortcut routes. Now that shortcut route having so many terms and etc. Now it is not giving me particular satisfaction. When I start it, next time what happened? Another person also do that rating, another also. Then in my repository, that particular you can say path will be changed. In that manner, it will be a boon for me. Now, if I'm talking about the simple thing like in a AI in a healthcare, like we were talking, generally what we were using in nowadays, everybody is a doctor. At every home, even the small kids are the doctor. If we are suppose having a small illness, what we used to do, rather than going to the doctor, we become a doctor ourselves. We just search that in the chat GPT or anything else, and we analyze the symptom of that particular thing. It's not the same symptom. They will not provide us that particular proper treatment. But sometimes it will be the example of my own. My father was admitted in a ICU, and when he got when he came back to the home, my mother got the list of her medicines. My father that time passed through a lung infection, kidney infection, and the prostate treatment. Now what happened? That there was a different doctors in the Max hospital only. They were treating him differently. Now they gave him a medicine. One medicine each doctor has given. The overdose of it will cause a heart attack. My mother, she's a 68-year-old lady. She is not an AI specialist, but then also she put the medicines in the chat GPT and she searched what are the actually these are for that. Then she realized herself the one medicine is for the same purpose. Then she talked to the doctor, then doctors analyze their mistake and they remove it. In such a manner, it will be helpful for us also. If we are talking about the AI in the healthcare, it will be having a multiple uses. Nowadays, we can see in the speech therapist, people who stammer. For them, we were having so many apps. And we are using AI for diagnosing various cancer and various other, you can say, treatments. Now, sir, kindly move the slide. Now I should start. I think I have enough given you the exposure of the AI in a healthcare. Let us start from my topic. If we see the latest trend in the AI and the healthcare, we have seen there is a lot of changes from the 2023 to the 2024, and in the 2025, lot of the people are using AI technology for the healthcare treatment. So thank you. Or just change it. I'm not going in the figure. Change the other one. how we were having a system in America. Suppose a person is a diabetic, having a cholesterol, etc. There is an app. If they visit to the hospital over there, everything will be recorded there. And now that person, suppose, orders the pizza. When they were ordering, if they were asking for the extra cheese, etc., now they will get the message. This is not good for your health. Your current cholesterol level is this. Your current sugar level is this. Is that something we are personalizing some apps for the patient also? We were providing, it will be great useful for the patient. If I'm talking regarding a medical imaging and the diagnostic, then we were having a error-free diagnosis result, intelligent symptom analysis, predictive and early diagnostic. If I'm talking about the predictive and early diagnostic, so see what happened. If we are aware in the AI, in the deep learning, we were having a CNN having a various model, and we know for what purpose the CNN is basically used. We conventional neural network, we were having a different drug discovery, having a different obesity caused because of his eating habits. So we can't say if there is a one disease and they are suffering from the same disease, but their treatment can be different. So when the AI is especially making a personalized chart, they check their hereditary system, hereditary. Now here, nowadays, we are using a genomic analysis, and it is very important. If I just want, and if you are talking about the CNN, RN, we know all those work on the neural network of our brain system only. And in a short, whenever we are talking about the neural network, it means one neuron is giving a message to another. Similarly, it works on that pattern. Now, another pattern is the genomic analysis, where we are doing a DNA or the genetic and its analysis of each and every individual, and it is which can be analyzed, and the treatment can be given in the early stage by using a genomic analysis. Nowadays, every person, those who are in the healthcare, they were using a genomic analysis. Now, oncology application, this basically work on the cancer. So we were having a different type of, actually if we are talking about the healthcare, the major disease, or we can say most critical disease nowadays is a cancer. Every other person is suffering from a cancer, whether it is a breast cancer, it is a, you can say, skin cancer. Now we were having so many skin cancer. You're surprised to know, sometimes we used to think we were having blisters on our bodies. We used to think this is due to the shoes we are using, this is due to the something sandal we are using, or might be some hospital bag. But those blisters can be also harmful. When our body is unable to sustain the tension, then our autoimmune system attacks us and those blister forms. And we should not take those blister into a simple thing. There is so many blister category, like in planus is there, then we were having solaris is there. There's a different category, and we should treat them in the early stage. And the treatment of these is only that we should change our, you can say, daily habits. And those daily habits, generally I am aware so many people might be suffering here from an autoimmune disease. If you go for the treatment, generally doctor used to say there is no medicine for the autoimmune disease. It is something, a game of your mind. Whatever your mind thinks, your body reacts in that manner. Here, suppose something is, I keep thinking that thing, that over stress came out in the form of a different things, and that later on converted into the cancer. Now, how to make oneself cool, how to do the things, there are so many things, meditation, yogas are there, and AI in the yoga doing a lot of a miracle in this field. The only solution for the autoimmune, you can say, is a AI in a health yoga. That is there even in the oncology. we can reduce it in a early stage. AI is very helpful. They give us a personalized chart, what to eat, what not to do, how to change our habit, and we can see in the various examples a very worst cancer, even of the cancer of the stage 4, have been reduced by the continuous use of a proper personalized healthcare charts. Sometimes our daily habit do the miracles, and that happens, and AI is providing us a personalized chatbot agents nowadays. If you just access any website, generally you see there are so many chatbot agents, and they will guiding you regarding this. Similarly, we were having a pharmacogenomics. Now, pharmacogenomics means what we are making the prediction about. Pharma means a drug, medicine. It can be the thing, I am suffering from the same disease, and the Mr. A is also suffering from the same disease. But one medicine is suitable to the Mr. A, but it is not suiting to me. So that is a pharmacogenomics. And pharmacogenomics, so in India we don't have. But in the foreign countries, if we are talking about the USA, Australia, Canada, they were maintaining the continuous, you can say, a personalized chart. How many times I visit to the doctor, my personalized history will be maintained there. Suppose I visited in a hospital B, and later on I visited in a hospital C. The hospital C can access my all medical history from the hospital B. So there are so many apps nowadays, and it will be the great help. And this pharmacogenomics is really helpful. It will tell the doctor itself. There is no need that the patient will utter from his or her mouth that this medicine is not suitable to us. Because as being a human being, no, everybody is not specialist in the medicine. Even I am not specialist in a medicine. I don't know even the various medicines name, whether they are for what purpose. I have to search it on the internet. The similar thing is there, but if we are using a pharmacogenomics apps, then it can automatically tell to the doctors that this is a history of the person and this particular medicine is not suitable to that person. So it is very good, and generally people are using so many apps outside the India. Now, we were having AI part chatbot, chronic diseases management are there, remote patient monitoring are there. I've already explained, so kindly move it forward. Now AI is playing a great role in the drug discovery too. We were having 4 P's over there. Those are the prioritize. I think it is not visible, participation, priority. Actually, what we were doing in the drug history, we identify the new candidates and algorithm analyze what amount of a data to identifying a promising drug candidates. Now the one thing is there, primarily we were saying we were doing some discovery. We were just implementing them, or we were doing experiment on the animals. That is there. Now what we will do, in nowadays, how the AI is helpful for the drug history, we have a lot of the data, previous data. We were doing the study of a previous data, past data. So half of the thing will be resolved. There is no need to do new experiment again. Suppose I have to discover one drug, about that particular thing, I can only learn from the previous history. Half of the thing can be known to me. It is for what purpose and what is the impact on the particular thing, what is not impact on the particular thing. That can be easily accessed from the past pattern or the past thing. You know about the expert system. I think everybody aware of the expert system. No, you don't know about the expert system. Again, I will ask from the computer science background people, those who are sitting here, what are the expert system? Nobody knows. It is a part of a theory also in the artificial intelligence. One unit is of an expert system only. Nobody knows here, nobody sitting here of a computer science background. Okay. Expert system is a package. Suppose I'm talking, I just give you example through. There is a famous expert system of a name as a mycin. Now, what is a mycin? Mycin is about the medical thing. We collect the data from the more than 100 expert people. Why it is named as an expert system? Because we were collecting the data from we are collecting the data from the expertise people. Those are expertise in their field. We were having so many well-known surgeons, doctors, worldwide famous doctor. We were just collecting all the things from them. They were telling us the different symptoms. What are the symptoms of this particular thing? Suppose I'm taking, a new intern. Don't know much about that. Now we collect a lot of data regarding cancer. We were having a bulk of the data. Then we make one expert system. These are the symptoms of a cancer. Or leave it. When the COVID comes, there's so many expert systems about the COVID also. These are the symptoms of the COVID. If the cough is like this, if we were having a fever this, these are the symptoms, these are the precautions, these are the medicine. Expert systems generally used by the new interns. It is not only for the medical field. We can use the expert system in a various things. We were having an expert system for the banking system. Even call centers are using an expert system. They were hiring a new call centers, computer people. And now what we do in the call center? People ask the queries from us about that product and we used to deliver them their answer. That is there in the expert system. So what we were doing, we were maintaining all the queries, what the possible queries is regarding that product can be asked, their solution is there, and the new intern or the person if gets stuck somewhere, they can open the expert system and they can give the solution. It doesn't mean the expert system make the intern a doctor, at least, but the thing is that it gives them a guidance. Suppose a newly formed doctor is sitting and he got confused with something, so he can open the expert system, he can go through that expert system and he can come to the conclusion rather than just dialing the phone to the senior. This is I'm in this problem, the symptoms are that, you don't tell us if these can be the symptoms. As I said, expert system is made after the expert opinion of a worldwide people. So generally it covers all type of things in that. If I'm talking about the medical, so it contains all type of a possibility what can be the symptoms of particular disease. From A to Z, every symptom can be mentioned in that. So that is about the expert system. I think now it is clear. No? Doctors can also use. Nobody is perfect in today's life. Even myself is not perfect. Sometimes I got stuck in something. I used to open the things. We used to see on the internet or in somewhere else places, or there are so many expert system of a computer science. I open them and I just read that particular things and come to the solution. So kindly change the slide. Sir, आगे आ जाइए. This is about the Sohana hospital. I told you in the Sohana hospital they were nowadays using, not nowadays, from a last 7-8 years they are using for the knee surgery. They were using automatic robots, and we are well aware of that. Even many, I don't know, if you go to the metropolitan cities, this is no bother thing. If you just ladies, if you go to the parlors also nowadays, there we were having an AI app. First of all, they scan your particular face, and then according to that they will tell you the hair treatment, face treatment, facial, everything. So AI is become so advanced. In every field we are using AI nowadays. So kindly change. Sir, आगे. Sir, नहीं सब पीछे आइएगा. Now, Zebra Medical Vision. We were having a Zebra Medical Vision. It is an AI algorithm which analyzes the medical image to detect a disease like a breast cancer, liver condition, even the cardiovascular issues in their early stage. Now, these is very useful. Generally, I will not say that we should not depend every time on the machine. It generally gives accurate result, but doctor opinion are always required. Please continue. IBM Watson for the oncology. We were using IBM Watson. Everybody is aware of the IBM Watson. This is the first thing which IBM has, you can say, discovered in the field of AI. This is also previously, when I was not in a healthcare, I was not aware that the IBM Watson is also used for the healthcare. I was only thinking it is for the software purpose, because I have used when I was of your age it in for the software. But later on I came to know it is very useful for the oncology. Now it assists a healthcare professional in providing a personalized cancer treatment option by analyzing a large volume of medical literature, clinical trials and the patient data. The tools offer the insight that help the oncologist to make more informed decisions. Atom-wise accelerating drug discovery. It also depends on the genomic system only. Atom-wise use the AI technology to predict the binding of a small molecules of a protein, which is a critical step in the drug discovery, and this is very important. Nowadays in America, in a AI healthcare people, they are generally using it for the drug discovery purpose. Even my own brother-in-law is working in that field also. Babylon Health, revolutionizing virtual healthcare. It combines advanced AI technology with the telemedicine to offer the medical consultation and the health monitoring and the personalized care through the digital platform. If we just don't talk about the Babylon Health, even nowadays this is a very common practice. I think each of us are aware of that. Nowadays there's a two option, especially for the working people. Those don't get the time to visit the doctor. We are the online, we were having an online consultation of doctors. There are so many apps are available. You just search in the internet and you will find that. So many apps are there regarding that. I hope many of you have used it. I'm right or wrong? How many have used the online consultation? Nobody here? Only sir, one sir. That's good. I generally use, because the working people hardly get the time for that, and sometimes there's a long queue for the appointment. I will tell you, I have taken an appointment from one doctor, a dermatologist. He gave me a very popular dermatologist of Jaipur. He gave me appointment that will be, he gave me the date for the 25th November. So you can see such a long time. And in between, if I want to consult, it is a very good thing that I can consult him through the online mode. Please kindly change the slide. Now we were having a AI Doc, enhancing a real-time medical imaging analysis. AI Doc is an AI-driven medical imaging platform that focuses on improving a radiology workflow. It uses AI to assist the radiologist. Till now, we have seen about the patient, how can we do a personalized chart, drug discovery. This is basically for the radiologist. And this app is quite helpful them. They can interpret the medical, interpreting through the medical images such as X-ray, CT scan, and we can make a combination of that. Generally, what I used to do when I'm writing a research paper regarding the detection of any tumor, I generally work on the CNN, as I told you in the starting, and generally I use AlexNet model. Now, but I have used in my one paper AI Doc also, because it gives me accuracy in my research paper when I'm just using this particular thing, because when the result came to me, those images came to me, once it is, I'm giving a two verification step. One has been done through the AI Doc, another I'm doing it from the CNN AlexNet. So this gives me more powerful result. These are regarding, it is generally used for the Hambrace purpose, etc. Brain tumor, etc. Now, deep genomics transforming precision medicine. Now, we are very well aware. I have already taken a genomics previously. I think now everybody know the meaning of a genomics. That we were working on the DNA of the human being body system. We are working on the genetic part of them. Genomic is regarding that. Whereas if I am talking about the neural network, they were working on our brain neural system, neurons. And here it is working on our DNAs. So here we were having, nowadays people are working on the deep genomics. In each and every country nowadays, people are in the healthcare. This is, you can say, most new approach. And through a genomic study, analytic or analysis, and if we mix it with the predictive analytic, it will give us the wonderful results. So kindly change. So change. We can, there are so many things in the AI, we have already discussed about that. Now AI in the rare disease. We have already discussed about the chronic disease. Under the chronic, we have included the, you can say, we have under the chronic, we have included the topic like a cancer, or the diseases like a cancer. Under the rare disease, phase 2 genetics for the rare genetic disorders are there. Autoimmune disorder is also come under the rare diseases. Why it is a rare diseases? Because as I told you in my previous conversation, autoimmune disorder works on our neuron system or the mind system. It is a game of a mind. Whatever the brain is indicating us, in that manner our body is affecting. So it's come under the rare situation. So, now we just take I have taken now, I think that particular part where we are using the AI in the rare and the chronic diseases. Now we come to the little bit solutions. Now, apart from the medicine, the best solution is the meditation and the yoga. Meditation is the best thing. And we can, as I told you, we can transform stage 4 from a stage 4 of a cancer to stage 1, or you can say we can even remove it through the meditation and the proper, you can say, diet. Now this comes with the, change it. Even in the Ramcharitmanas, we have the thing in the Chupai, Chiti Jal Power, Gagan Samira, Panch Rachit Ati Adham Sharira. Prana, breath, is a central to the life. Health is preventive, not reactive. Observation and self-awareness are as important as instruments. So we should treat our body well. If we just take care of our body, then body will take care of us. So kindly remove. Benefit of a yoga in a healthcare, it having a physical and the mental benefit both. Yoga improve the flexibility, strength, respiratory system and the cardiovascular function while reducing the chronic pain too. Sometime I'm having one of my friend who is a specialist in the yoga. One day I'm suffering from a severe headache. Then he said, do this, that breathing, inhale and inhale out. And then he told me a point. Press this point of a hand. Honestly, it relieved me within 10 minutes. It works out. Mental benefit. Yoga reduces stress and it improves mental clarity and the focus, enhances overall well-being. As I told you, stress can be easily, you can say, reduced. I will not say it removed, but the continuous practice of a yoga will remove it also. Now, how AI is related to it, I will tell you. We were integrating AI with the personalized yoga routines. AI-powered yoga apps created a customized practice based on the user data and a preference. Why the customized? Suppose a person is of age 75 or the 80, he having a severe problem of a back, and I'm suggesting him to do a various asan which is not good for the health. That is why, suppose that person will do, then he got the permanent injury in his back. For that purpose, what we were using an AI personalized app, which will prepare all the thing according to my need, according to my, you can say, routine and my health and my diseases. I will put all the things in there, history of mine, medical history and everything, my age, everything matters a lot. And it will prepare the personalized yoga, asanas and the chart for me, what is good for me and what is not. Even we can use it for preparing a eating or the health care routine chart also. Real-time feedback can be available. Suppose how the real-time feedback. Generally we know if I'm sitting in any asana, my back. There's a AI we are using for the nowadays. There are so many AI isn't you can say chatbots also. And who's correct our posture? I'm sitting. I'm thinking my back is straight. My hand is like this. My legs are like this. No. Sometimes there is some asana, there are degrees also there. It should be that alignment should be. The body should be in that alignment, 90% or 180. It can be anything. It depends on the asana. So it will correct my posture for that. So it is very, very useful. Similarly, tailored yoga therapy. AI analyze the health data to recommend personalized yoga practice for the specific condition. There are so many specific conditions. Some people are even having a half paralysis, some having a facial half paralysis. Now that can be improved through a AI yoga. Even the doctors nowadays recommending it. And we don't need a permanent AI instructor. We don't need. Now, as for the mental health, it is very important. We do a meditation practice. It will reduce our stress. Kindly change it. Now, pose detection and correction, as I told you. Real-time pose recognition. Now, researchers are developing advanced AI algorithm. Even I and my colleague in the Chandigarh University, we did a 50 patent on the AI in yoga. We have developed one mat with a sensor which tell and one watch which can detect our body temperature and even our heartbeat during doing the yoga. Real-time pose recognition is there. Then pose correction feedback is there. Adaptive learning. Now, what is adaptive learning? By integrating AI algorithm, yoga practice can become more adaptive, adjusting the difficulty and complexity of the poses. So next, please. Sir, change it. So change it. Change this, sir. Now, data-driven research and wearable technology integration. How can we work on that? You can develop your own personalized chart. You can develop your own apps for that. There are so many large-scale data analysis are there. Or if you want to develop for your own personalized. Have you, students, just tell me, have you tried to develop your own personalized chatbot? Isn't? It's very easy. There are so many apps which give you coding, will provide you coding, and you just implement that codings. It will generate that through the Python. I think Python is there in your course. Is there? It is there. I think you were having AI as your subject, machine learning as your subject. So you were using all those things, pandas and numpys. Yes, ma'am. So you can implement this. And the deep learning, you have learned about all the machine learning algorithm. Decision forest you can use by those, you can develop these things. You can search the codes. There are so many sites which providing you the codes free of the cost, implement them and develop your own chatbot. AI isn't. Sir, kindly change. VR, AR in the yoga. This is a new thing we are generally using, and this has been developed in Orange County. When I visit, like there we were having one AR VR center. My sister resides there in America. There's a very wonderful studio which we are using VR, AR, and it gives us an immense, well, we are using it now, it gives us a very good, you can say, motivating view to us. How it is motivating? When I'm using those things, AR, VR, it gives me the posture, it depends on us. It gives me the environment. I feel that I was sitting somewhere in the mountain. I'm doing yoga over there, and there is a AI yogic isn't is there, and whatever they were doing, I'm following it. So it is a wonderful thing. And another thing is that it is not only this thing. If my posture are not correct, the beep is there. That beep give me a chance or give me, it is an indication that I should correct my posture. If I'm not aware which posture is not correct, they will tell. Then if I analyze those slide chart, or you can say they were having a video, those AR, VR, and they were connected with the devices which having a video. And when I click on it, they will just point it out which posture is incorrect. So we were having a very wonderful use, and we can use the remote yoga classes also. These VR, AR technology combines with AI-driven feedback and guidance and can facilitate the remote yoga classes, enabling practitioners to receive real-time instruction and interact with the virtual instructors. It should be not like that. If I want to join those particular studio, which is in America, I can join. If I have some devices over here in India, I can utilize the remote facility of these things also. We were having a therapeutic yoga programs. AI can also play a crucial role in designing and delivering a therapeutic yoga program tailored to specific health condition. Achha, now if I'm talking about the therapeutic yoga means particular therapy. They will, suppose I'm suffering from any particular disease, so they will generate that particular asanas or particular yoga, you can say things according to me. It is a sort of a therapy they were providing us. Nowadays, if you have seen many places, if you consult to the doctors, they will say there is a well-being programs you should attend. What are those well-being programs? They are related with the yoga's program only. Please. I should continue, or it is enough for today? Just tell me. I can keep on doing that. Okay. Thank you very much. Any query regarding this? Thanks a lot.